Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, this is Netra from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering and I'm studying CSE Data Science in second sem. Today, I just want to do a presentation about animation in physics. It's like how the animations which plays a role in a physics. And before getting to a topic, let's know a quite bit about what is physics. As you all know, physics is a branch of science that deals with the fundamental principles of universe, including the study of matters, space, time, energy, and interaction between them. Okay, let's get in. My major topic is animation in physics. Let us discuss what is animation. It is the techniques that involves creating the illusion of moments through a series of still images or frames. It's widely used in various industries such as entertainment, education, advertising, and more, which means it is a process of creating an illusion or creating a moment of images or videos in frame wise frame or in slide by slide. So this animation plays a very important role in a present day scenarios and present day uh, things. So they are widely used in many industries such as entertainment field, education field, advertisement fields, and many more. There are several types of animations which are like traditional animation. This involves drawing each frame by hand, which are then photographed in sequence to create a illusion of motion, which means it's like a process of creating animation by uh, handmade drawings, handmade written. Like first they took one plain slide, then they try to draw diagrams or draw pictures that what they want in a handmade, and then they place it in a each slide and then they make one complete video and they play that and they make animation by handmade, like they're not make use of a Google Pics or Google Pictures or some other ways pictures. They just made it in a handmade and then they create an animation. That way is called as a traditional animation. And next is a computer animation. This includes 2D and 3D animations created using digital tools and software. 2D animation involves manipulating flat images, while 3D animation involves creating three-dimensional objects and environment. Which means, as I said, in a traditional animation, they draw pictures by their own hand. In the same way, in computer animation, they make use of digital tools and softwares to create an images, and then they prepare animation like 3D animations in a creative way. That process is called as a computer animation. And next is the visual effects, which is also called as VFX. It involves creating realistic or fantastical visuals that are added to a live action footages in movie, TV shows, and commercials. It's like in a like example in GRS and Wonderla, we see a 3D movies and many 3D movies which are came in the existence. In those raw movies, they use a visual effect as an animation way, and then they create it and they make to feel it like a real. So that kind of animations are called as a visual effects. And as I said earlier, animations are used in for a storytelling and in entertainment field and in education field, in simulations field, visualization, and many more. Uh, Let us come how animations plays a very important role in playing a physics. First is like a visualizing a physical phenomena, which means animation can helps visualize the complex physical phenomena that are challenging to convey through static images or text. For example, it can show the behavior of particles in quantum mechanics, the motion of a planet in gravitational fields, or the interaction of molecules in the chemical reactions. It's like to show how the movement of molecules in a chemical reactions happened, and in some quantum mechanics, and in a moment or motion of a planet in a gravitational field. To show such kind of things, they use this visualizing physical phenomena, which makes the users, or which makes the readers to understand in a very proper and animated way. And next is a simulation animation. It's like animation can simulate the real world situation to demonstrate how physics principles work. This code includes showing the trajectory of a projectile, the behavior of fluids under a different conditions, or the effect of force on an object. The simulation animations are used to show the effect of forces on objects and the behavior of fluids under different conditions, which like in air, solid medium, air medium, liquid medium. What are all the fluids which behave? To show such kind of things, they use the simulation animation. And next is the wave phenomena. Animation can illustrate wave behaviors such as propagation, sounds waves, electromagnetic waves, and even seismic waves. This visualization can aid in understanding of wave properties like frequency, wavelength, and amplitude. To learn about properties of frequency, wavelength, and amplitude, and some seismic waves, it's like related to waves. To learn about any uh, related about waves, we use a wave phenomenon animations. And next is the mechanics and kinematics. Animation can depict concepts from classic mechanics like the motion of objects under a various force, illustrating a concept like velocity, acceleration, and moments. To illustrate or to demonstrate about the velocity or acceleration and moments, we use mechanics and kinematic animations. As you all know, in this present day scenarios, theory sections are quite uh, not interesting. So if we use some animated tricks or animated videos, it's quite good and comfort to the readers to understand the concepts much more easier than the theoretical way. So we can use this kind of phenomena or this kind of animations ways to convey the things to the readers or to the students, which makes them to understand very proper and very easily, and they remember it much more than the theoretical normal way. And next is, let's come how this animation works, and how, what are the steps or what are the major steps we have to take to work this animation. And animation works by creating the illusion of movements through a series of carefully created images or frames that are shown in rapid session. Like first is a frame creation. By creating a frame, it's the first step is creation of frames. It means the process begins by creating a individual frames that represents the specific points in the time. These frames can be handwritten on or like hand drawn or digital created or generating through a various technique. As I said earlier, frame creations means creating a each slide, each frame. It may be by handwritten or some using some digital tools or software tools or by generating through various technologies. The first major step is creation of frames. Next is a storyboarding. It's like before creating a frames, a storyboard is often developed. A storyboard outlines the sequence of events, camera angle, key poses. They helps to plan the animations flows and pacing. It's like flow of animation and main frame of the each slide and the camera's angles and the images placements. Those are all first look into a consideration before placing a frames or before creating frames. Next is a timing and pacing. Animators determines how many frames are needed per second to achieve a smooth motion. The standard for film and most animation is 24 frames per second, although other frames rates are also used for different purposes. It's like if we want to create this average minute of time video of animation, we have to think how many slides or how many frames we have to add it per each second to convey the video in a smooth motion. So we have to look into consideration of all the ways that if we want to create a video of 15 seconds, so to that 15 seconds, how many frames we have to add, how many frames are needed per each seconds. So we have to look into that consideration. It's like timing and pacing plays a very important role in creating the animations. Next is like computer animation. In digital animation, software tools are used to create frames, manipulate objects, and control movements. Computer generates the images like CGI are used to create 3D animations, while 2D animations can be created using a vector graphics or bitmap images. Computer animation, it's like they use some software tools. As I said earlier, they use some software tools to create a frame and to manipulate the object, to movements of the object and to control the movement, like the speed limits. If they're creating an animation video about the jumping, what are the speed limits which are required? So to control that movement, to control that speed limit, they use some software digits or some software tools. And for creation of 3D animations, they use a computer generating images. And for the creation of 2D animations, they use a vector graphics or bitmap images. There are so many apps or so many computer animation software tools to create animations. And next is the sound and effect. Sounds, effects, musics, and voiceovers can be added to enhance the animation's impacts and create a more immersive experience. So, if we are creating any videos or animation videos, we have to look into many conditions like as a setting, timing and phasing, frame adjustment, angle, posing. So, including that, sound and effects also plays a very important role in creating animation, right? Which means if we are um, uh, uh, making a animation about a laughing persons, we have to think about what modulations of sounds which are required and what are the effects are required. So, what are the background music we have to give? What are the voiceovers we have to add it for that animation to enhance the video? So these are all the major conditions which are required to create animations in a physics. So I just created some animation videos just to show how the animation really works in physics. This is like one image which is jumping or running very fast. This is how I just collect the pictures from the Googles and I place it each pictures in a single frames or single slide. And then I adjust the time and the background, white background. And then I play a video in minimum required seconds so that I created this kind of animation video. I use a Flipper Clip app to create this kind of animation. You can use many apps which are majorly more apps in a Play Store. You can use whichever apps you want. And next is like this is also one more animation videos which I created. And this is a ninja who is walking. These are like, as I said, a sound and walk. It's like movement, duration, and the body language and the background surface, which I all took into a consideration and then created an animation way. This is a walking of one thing. This is how I created animations. So you make use of many apps and you just try to make some animation videos. It's quite easy. And let's get what are the uses of animation and which are all the fields we use the animation. It's like they used in entertainment. As I said earlier, they use in entertainment fields, like in movies or in some dramas that and all. And in advertisement, in a TV advertisement, we can see many animations videos. And then it's like in 7 Up that and all, we saw many animation videos. That is example for advertisement and education fields. It's like especially for a primary or from below primary school level students, it's quite difficult to understand the theory sections. So in that field, they display the animated video in a smartphone so that they can understand the concepts much more easier. In that field, in education field, we use animations, and in medicine and healthcare also, in the architectural and engineering, in the gaming, especially in gaming, we use many animations, as you all know much. And in fashion and designing, in this are all the fields, animation plays a very important role. And this is about my section, I think, and I hope you all like this video. And thank you for watching. Who have all not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and please like all the videos. Thank you.